Hello, all my Capricorns. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of September. So we're going to go ahead and get right into your reading. We're going to start off by pulling a card here from this Wild Untamed Animal Spirit Oracle deck. And we're just going to see what the Creator wants you to know about your overall kind of energy for the month of September, like what the theme is that they would like you to know. Give it a little shuffle here. All right, Creator, what do you want our Capricorns to know about their September, please? I've been saying in each of my readings, when I say September, I'm like, is it September already? Where has the year gone? All right, Creator. Okay, there we go. We got the fire ant. The fire ant hill there. So yeah, definitely very much busyness. A lot of fire energy going on for you there too. And also like working with the groups towards a common goal. And that can be in the physical world, but I kind of feel like it's more connecting to the collective, like to this higher purpose, to this higher, place, because it seems like the energy I'm feeling for you, while I tried to find the card here, is that like the earthly stuff has just been not giving you the fulfillment that you want. It just kind of felt like you've been getting the run around, and almost feels like a storm. When you look at this from farther away, it looks like, like a Doppler radar when there's a hurricane going on, and here's the eye of the storm. And it's about coming to the eye and coming to the center, into this beautiful brightness in the middle here, where you can find peace, unconditional love, joy, and laughter. And that's not what you've been feeling out in the storm out there. So it's like you feel this migration coming together. And this has been, even at the beginning of the year, it feels like this is the year for unity. Last year felt like very dividing. It's been kind of moving up to that point in the spiritual realm and in our physical realm. A lot of division over the last few years, kind of culminating last year with everything else that was going on. And this is like the year where there's this, where we were expanding out into division, we're coming back together in unity in a lot of ways. And so I feel that for you. This card, the energy around it is aggression, rigid thinking, following orders, which is that outward energy, right? It says fire ant energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire ant energy is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or a situation, only making things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. And literally, too, in the physical world, depending on where you're at. In the Northern Hemisphere, been having they become like hot pockets or hot zones, where there's like these heat bubbles that have created, and it's a lot of times what's happening in the spiritual realm makes itself known in the physical realm. So when you see those things happen, or a lot of storms, a lot of flooding, a lot of fires, all that energy that's popping out from all these human beings is impacting the physical world as well. And it says, when this is in balance, you're thoughtful and disciplined, and when out of balance, there's arguments, excessive heat, gossiping, and to bring it into balance, solo time and walks at night. So really, like I mentioned, I don't feel that this is what is going to be happening in your September as far as the outward storms. I feel the storms that have been happening are bringing you into this middle eye of the storm. So I really feel that's what's going on with that. let's take a look here too. What else I do in my monthly readings, at least up to this point, is I take a tarot deck and I separate the major arcana from the 4 suits of the minor arcana. And the major arcana is like this a card here, where it represents what the creator wants you to know about the overall energies and what's going on with that. And actually this month I'm using the companion tarot deck to this oracle deck. So that's also the Wild Unknown tarot deck. So we will take a look here and see what the creator wants, what else wants you to know about your month. But I just feel like, yeah, you're tired of the heat, tired of investing all your energy in these arguments and the things that aren't bringing you love and joy and peace and laughter. And so coming to the center on purpose is what I feel your kind of your journey for September is going to be. Trader, what else do you want our Capricorns to know about their September, please? Yeah, that makes sense. Excuse me. So you've got the Magician, which is all about your ability to transform things. You've got all the 4 suits here, which is the 4 suits we're going to look at here in a moment. You got everything you need to be able to transform and manifest what you're wanting. You have your higher self up here, that powerful energy that comes down, and you're like this lightning rod of sorts. You have usually the card has like a wand raised toward the heavens, and so the energy from above comes through the person, and they usually have a hand pointed at the ground, and that brings the spiritual awareness and the spiritual spark from the heavens down to the earth. And so I really feel like that this is just allowing you to see how powerful your energy is, because whatever you focus on grows. So when you focus on the storm grows. When you focus on the eye of the storm, the eye gets bigger, allowing more space for, like I said, all those unconditional love and peace and joy and laughter, the things that you naturally are. When we're out in this storm, it's because our fears are being triggered. And so this is a month where you can really take a step back. And like I said, and you balance this when you spend some solo time, so kind of stepping away from things, which can mean turning off your, the TV, the news, not getting on your social media as much, and really limiting what you're feeding yourself from the outside world. Because if you're always watching negative, it makes it even more difficult to choose, to come to this. If we have bright and shiny things that draw us out into the storm, then for this month, we can try not to interact with those bright and shiny things. Okay. Okay, next we're going to look at, so each of the 4 minor arcana suits are going to represent a different area of your life. And we're going to start off with Wands. And Wands is the fire energy. And for this reading, that's going to represent your spiritual side. So this will be asking the creator what they want you to know about your spiritual adventure in the month of September. Let's mix these up a little more here. All right, creator, what else do you want Capricorns to know about their spiritual adventure in the month of September? Okay. Yep, so you got this is the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands usually has a picture of a tent, usually celebrations, get-togethers. And because this is on your spiritual, this is about getting together with your spiritual side. So if you have individuals that ignite your spiritual I'm going to say you're heightening. I don't know if that's a word, but that help you raise your spiritual vibration more towards love, unconditional love vibration, rather than taking you out into the storm, then this is a signal of, during the month of September, seek out those individuals who make you feel lighter, not make you feel heavier. Also, connecting to your spiritual support team on the other side. So that's, you have your physical people that can help you from the outside in, but also connecting to the inside that you can, you just have this huge support group on the other side of beings of unconditional love and light. I mean, we have the creator of all things who loves us unconditionally, is with us every second of every day, being there for us. We don't need anything else besides that, but we do. We do have other things available, in addition. They're just extras. We've got the Holy Spirit or Spirit. You've got your guardian angels and spirit guides, loved ones who've gone to the other side, your ancestors, unicorns and fairies, and whatever your beliefs in about the higher realm, you have access to them in this plane. Just like it said, it takes getting quiet, getting alone, and it talked about, taking walks in the evening. And I think in the evening, it's because you don't see as much. And so you're kind of out walking, and it's like a meditation instead of seeing everything that's distracting you. In the physical world, there's less activity at night. And that's what this is talking about, is getting into that place where you can commune with those who are going to help you raise your love vibration and make you feel lighter. Like I said, not heavier. Also, with that celebration kind of aspect to it, that's normally like a tent, meaning like a celebration, like a wedding, things like that. It's also about focusing on gratitude. Have this energy around you of gratitude for what is wonderful in your life. Again, with our manifestation, whatever you focus on grows. So if you focus on what you are thankful for in your life, that energy just expands. Gratitude and thankfulness, bringing more things into your life that you can be grateful and thankful for. If you focus on the lack, the things that aren't working out, the things that aren't there, that just expands that, like the storm, right? So really a big emphasis on your power of manifestation and focusing on gratitude. We're also going to pull an additional card here for this from the Return of Spirit deck, just to see what else the Creator would like you to know about your spiritual adventure in September. We're actually going to use 3 decks of this author. Her name's Shirley Harnish, and she uses these, it's called fractal imaging, where she plugs, formulas into this program, and it generates, these different shapes and different designs, and she has no idea what they're going to do until they pop up, and then she intuitively looks at them. And that's what's in the book, is it'll tell us what she was told by Spirit and intuitively. But I like showing you first, so that you get to see your impression. It's kind of like a spiritual inkblot test. And it's not a test, it's just a message. And whatever you see in addition, it can be an additional message for you outside of that. So I love how that works. So we'll go ahead and give it a try here and say, Creator, what? Whoa, okay. There you go. Don't even have to finish the sentence, but this is what the Creator wants you to know about your spiritual side. Okay, can't make this stuff up, but here, I wonder, does that look like a hurricane storm like this here? Totally everything we just talked about. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you're gonna have a spiritual storm. All right, let's see what she interpreted there. Of course, you could have seen something else in there too, and it can mean something totally different for you. I know for me, like when I saw her do a reading this, and at the time I was asking, where am I going to next? What's going on? And this card came up, and actually a friend of mine who lives in, it's pronounced Hurricane, but it's spelled Hurricane, Utah, said, hey, why don't you come down and be my roommate for a while? I'm like, oh my gosh. So sometimes you get messages like that, So I always say, whatever you're getting is the message for you. But for this card, it says, we all have to pass through difficult times in our lives. When things get tough, our vision and our understanding can often become clouded. The feeling of being alone in it all, and even feeling abandoned by spirit in your darkest hour, can be overwhelming. But you are not alone at all. Hold on and hang in there. Every storm eventually passes. This will not last forever. This card is here to remind you that you really do have the strength and courage to survive anything that comes your way. Spirit is here supporting you in every step you take. Clouds always part, and the sun will make its way through once again. It's important to remember that whatever you are going through right now is for your highest learning and understanding. This card may come to you if you're having difficulty in your relationship with others. It's vital to remember that underneath anger is hurt. Forgiveness for yourself and others is a key to moving forward and healing this. This card also comes if you're experiencing any type of crisis, whether it's in your daily life or within your inner being. Just know that this is happening to enable you to see what is not yet in alignment of your highest good and what no longer serves you. This is your opportunity to make any needed changes in your life and to heal some very deep wounds from the past. Just know that you will survive this with your sanity intact. You will be stronger, more understanding, and more compassionate with yourself and others. Have faith in yourself. Faith that you can and will make it through this. Spirit is here to support you as you find your own light at the end of this tunnel. I love it. So yeah, like we said, you definitely have the support around you. So definitely make sure to reach out to those that will, in the physical world, help make you feel lighter. And then also spirit realm, because like it said, they're totally there to support you. I just can't make it up. That's what I love. Absolutely love using different decks and doing, shuffling and pulling the cards live, because then you see them pop out. I mean, that one literally leaped out of the deck. And so the messages that come through are so validated and clarified because of it. So I like it. Next, we're going to move into Pentacles. And Pentacles represents like earth energy. And so that's going to represent your physical world, where this is your spiritual world. This is the physical world. So the stage your physical being is playing on. So, the other characters that are there, not necessarily the relationships, just the existence of these, archetypes and these people that are there, situations, possessions, and your physical body as well. So we'll ask and see what the Creator wants you to know about your physical adventure during the month of September. All right. Creator, what do you want our Capricorns to know about their physical adventure? Of course, you're an earth sign, so you definitely have, earth energy. It's you can ground yourself, really, really easily here. Yep, and you've got the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles represents kind of almost like a message of patience. There's some growth going on. You see changes, but it's about remaining still, keeping your nose to the grind. Just keep doing the little things. Like what always comes to mind with this for me is it's like a Zen saying, I think, where it's chop wood, carry water, do the daily things, do the momentary things moment by moment. Just keep taking the steps, because you'll eventually get there. It's just If you get overwhelmed seeing that there's all these steps to be done, you might just give up here. But if you just keep your eye on the next thing, and 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 the next thing, then you'll get here and you'll look back and go, oh wow, look how far I've gone. So that's kind of the message there, is just keep going. Just know, like this said, nothing lasts forever. Everything unfolds in perfect timing. Just take one step at a time. Don't try to sprint to the end, because it is about the journey. We get to the end. What happens when you get to the end? You either die or there's more to do. The to-do list never ends. So just enjoy the moments as you're completing what is important, not necessarily what's urgent. We're also going to pull a card here from the Nature Spirit Oracle cards and to see what the Creator would like you also to know about your physical adventure in September. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Capricorns to know? Physical September. Okay, they said that one there, so we will take this one. And you got the Tribal Spirit Dancer. It's a beautiful scene, isn't it? Let's see what message they have for you for this. Yep, so the message for this is let go. Say yes to life. Be daring. Dance to your heart's desire. Unfurl your wings and fly. Cast aside conventions and restrictions. Tune into the rhythm of life. Laugh, explore, go beyond your predictable behavior. Sometimes life is messy and chaotic, and that's okay. Leave the dishes, run outside in the sprinklers. Your native spirit wants you to know that you are on the planet to be free. You don't always need to meet the expectations of others. You're here to explore, expand, and step into your extraordinary self. Of course, there are times to live an ordinary life, all right? But there are also times to joyously fling your arms to the heavens and dance. Choose life on your terms. Clear out mental and emotional clutter. Move beyond those situations that you've outgrown. Don't accept the roles you've placed on yourself or that others have placed on you. This is your time. Don't delay listening to the rhythm of your heart and following your dreams. And that's a lot of what brings our storm, is all these expectations on the outside, all these opinions, all the should be, supposed to be, have to be, need to be, that come from outside. And we're like, we just took them on as our own all growing up, and they're even contradicting each other, right? Like, oh, you're supposed to do this. No, you're supposed to do that. And so that's what brings the storm. But when you come to the middle and come to that place and you realize you get to choose what your life is, you get to choose, what your truths are. And you don't have to battle, to say that my truth is more true than yours. You just get to live your own truth. And in living your own truth, it was this card said, when you, by living and being you, you get to, I think maybe it was the fire ant. I forget which one it was, but there's one that said being you influences others and allows other people to live their life too, right? These cards come with a journey, and so if you feel this resonates with you, feel free to do that during the month of September. It says, turn on music and move. Tribal dance isn't about looking good. It's about feeling the beat inside your heart and expressing this with your body and your emotions. If you want to break free, then start first by expressing yourself, wild and free, and the circumstances of your life will transform. Beautiful. All right. Next, what we're going to move into is going to be the swords. The swords are air energy, and that represents your your thoughts, your mind, your beliefs, your mindset, your attitudes, that type of thing. So we'll see here what the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure during the month of September. I'm just going to finish mixing these up. All right, Creator, what do you want Capricorns to know about their mental adventure for September? Yep, so the Six of Swords, you see the rainbow up top and the darkness down below. You know, after a storm comes a rainbow. But the Six of Swords is really about new thoughts. Usually there's like a boat and they're moving from one shore to another. And so it's about letting things go, like this mentioned, letting go of the things that no longer serve you, those thoughts, those beliefs, those mindsets, those attitudes, you know, the ones that are causing all this fight and flight and anger. And so it's about letting those go that no longer serve you and moving into new thoughts, new attitudes, new choices. And, you know, definitely it's about challenging, like it talked about these expectations, because that's what all these thoughts are that bring all our stresses, our beliefs and thoughts from all the things we talked about. So, you know, like I mentioned, you start to realize, what do I want my truths to be? What am I letting go of? You know, what am I making room for new beliefs inside? So not much more you can say, because it almost reiterated a lot of what was in this card. Okay, and then we're going to pull a card here from the Divine Guidance Oracle cards. And we'll see what you see in these fractal images. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Capricorns to know about their mental adventure? Okay. Got card number 37. Let's let you see that. I'll just kind of zoom in here, so in case you see anything else. Love those vibrant colors, though. Got a lot of purple and yellow going on here. Which that's, of course, your crown chakra and your solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is about your how you relate to yourself. So you really, for me, it's like your little small self, you know, interacting with your higher S self and understanding yourself. You know, just really getting one-on-one, which also goes on about getting into your alone time, and then crown chakra is about connecting higher, which is also what it mentioned here. But this card is entitled Blossoming. It says, even simply questioning your life or trying to figure out where and how to move forward moves your energy and aids in opening you to higher awareness and divine purpose. So continue with this. Don't let your human mind, with its limited point of view, tell you that you're stuck or not progressing. It isn't true. You are opening, you are flowing, and your soul is blossoming. Keep your faith in both yourself and spirit. Know that you're on the perfect path and that you are opening to your highest potential, one step at a time. It's a lot of the same messages here, because I know I mentioned in here too about, you know, living your dream, you're making progress, you're moving forward, mentioned in here too. So just a lot of beautiful synchronicities. And I love how this is about the mind, and it says get out of your mind and all that thoughts and beliefs and trust yourself, trust spirit, that you're moving in the right direction. And, you know, there's no like right or wrong direction, you know, technically anyway. It's about moving in the direction that brings you the most peace, love, joy, and laughter, right? Because as you connect more with spirit and let more and more of those restricting beliefs and opinions and expectations go, it expands like that eye of the storm, like I said. And as that eye expands, that just opens that space for more and more peace and love and joy and laughter. So lastly, we're going to move into the cups suit, which is the water element, and of course that represents your emotional adventure for the month of September. So we'll see what the creator wants you to know about your emotional journey. What do you want our Capricorns to know about their emotional adventure, creator? Yeah, makes sense. So, Two of Cups. This, of course, some people read this as a romantic partner, new love, etc. But for this reading and in general, when this comes up, this is the joining of your physical self with your higher self. So it's like this. One of my favorite decks of Light Seers Tarot, they show like two hands coming together. And two bowls with bright underneath, and it just shows embracing our shadow, embracing our ego side, not trying to kill it off, but actually joining together, realizing that we have this character we came here to play, to experience and learn through, but the actor behind the character is the true us, our big self, the capital S self. That's a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being actually made of unconditional love. And so this is that harmonious joining of the two. So definitely makes sense with what's going on here, because you're realizing that there's more than just the storm, that there's something beautiful, beautiful that you find deep inside you, and that's you. You find you. We're also going to pull one final card here. It's the Path of the Soul Destiny cards. And we'll see what the final message is that the Creator has for you regarding your emotional adventure in the month of September. And it'll be your final card for this reading as well. All right, Creator, what's the final message for our Capricorns regarding their emotional adventure for September? We got the number 2 here, so kind of zero in here as you can see what you see within this as well. And then we'll read from the book to see what the intuitive message was for you. And this says encoded, ENCODED. Where others see nothing, you see deeper meaning or messages hidden within. Your guides are working to communicate with you as your intuition and inner knowing expands. Be mindful of all you're experiencing in each moment. Be aware of animal messengers, cloud formations, colors, conversations of others, and anything else that catches your attention. You are taking the next step up in awareness and connecting to the unseen worlds. So that definitely reiterates. And this was a number 2 as well. So 2 and 2. So great synchronicity and confirmation of that. Yes, you're moving to another level and getting to know yourself on a whole different level, your higher self and spirit as well. And your intuition. One of the things, all this experiences that you're going to have in September and have been having, have been also showing you things because you had a gut feeling certain things were going to happen, and then they did, and you're like, oh, that was your intuition, that you're opening up more and more and more to that. And the more you move to the center and have that quietness, the more you can hear the whispers of love from the other side bringing you information. When you're out in the crowd and the noise, it's hard to hear that over that. So definitely it's a time to make sure you take some time alone. I know it's difficult if you have family and if you're a parent and have responsibilities and all that to absolutely have a lot of time alone. And so it's just saying, make yourself a priority and make sure you schedule some time alone. And if you feel it's impossible, find someone else who also feels it's impossible to have time alone and help each other out. Sometimes you might have to watch a few extra kids so someone can have their alone time, and then they watch your kids and you can have your alone time. So we can all, work together in that community, like ants getting the job done, right? But I really love this for you. It's going to be a very awakening type of month for you. And just know as you go through every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. Have an amazing September, and we will talk to you soon. You take care.